From my experience, the most important thing you could ever do in stock market investing is nothing. Be patient. Make sure you make decisions that make sense to you, that you definitely believe in, and make sure you've done your research too. Don't just go buying off of hope or off of, this person said this or whatever. Make sure to do your own research. But once you do your research, make sure you cement that. Don't be like, oh, I thought it was gonna work out this way, but after 3 months it turns out it actually went down and now I'm scared or whatever, and you end up selling. Don't do that. If you fix what you believe in a stock right away, if you say, okay, I'm gonna hold on to this stock no matter what happens, within 3 months if it goes down, you can't sell out and get scared. So right now there's a lot of selling going on in the stock market, and it's kind of sad because there's a lot of emotional investors, and I've only been in the stock market for like 2 years, but naturally I've been able to just filter out emotion. When you realize money isn't that important to how successful you're gonna be, you'll be a lot better off. Because if you live in the United States like a lot of stock market investors do, or the United Kingdom or whatever, there's probably it's kind of hard to fail if you think about it. I had a friend of mine tell me that, and I had to think about it for a little bit. But when you think about it, it is kind of hard to fail when you live in these countries. Now, other third world countries, it's a lot easier to fail. But in America, to actually go homeless, to die on the streets from being homeless, is really difficult, because you can be homeless and still survive just fine. You can go do whatever you do that got you homeless in the first place. But I'm getting off topic here, but essentially the stock market, like Warren Buffett says, is a device that transfers money from the impatient to the patient. So when you hear that, it makes a lot more sense to be patient, right? Just you have to remember, because it's super easy to forget this. In the stock market, it's really difficult to lose money. I mean, you can't lose money unless you sell your positions. I don't know anything about like short selling or anything like that, but just simple stock market investing, it's difficult to lose money, and you can't lose money unless you actually sell your positions. So when people are out here complaining, saying like, oh, I'm losing money in AMD, or Netflix and Amazon are crashing, what the heck, they promised this, yada yada yada. Nobody owes you anything. And I'd curse, but I'm hoping that younger people can watch this and families can watch this. But nobody owes you anything. The world doesn't owe you anything, man. You owe you what you believed in. So if you believed that Amazon would go up, I don't know, 1,000% in 10 years or whatever. I don't own Amazon, but if you believe that, then you better fucking stick to it. And I cussed. I'll bleep that out. You better stick to it, because you can't lose money unless you sell. So you're the only reason you will ever lose money in the stock market. You are the only reason you will ever make money in the stock market, is if you hold on. It's just a device, guys. It's gonna be bumpy at times, but you can't be emotional. You know why? Because the stock market isn't emotional. Don't cry for money. Money doesn't cry for you. I just thought I'd do this off the top little session here, and I don't really film. I'm more of an introverted kind of guy, but I thought it'd be important to film this right now when the stock market's having a little bit of a bumpy road. Are we going into a recession? I don't know, maybe tech might, but they're still doing phenomenal in terms of revenue, like even the big companies. So I just think it's a bumpy road. Don't think it's a recession. But much love to you guys, and if whatever form you can think of getting in contact with me, if this is a hard time for you, or if you just want some advice during this, just let me know. Again, I've only been in the stock market for 2 years. I'm 22 years old. I don't know a whole lot, but if you want to talk to me, my door's open. Much love. Good luck trading, guys.